What is up, people? This is the Oracle. We are back online for a new Kaladesh draft. Today I'm playing in a league and I'm trying to use my new computer. So things should be a little bit different. Let me know if there's anything weird or anything better. But yeah, new computer, new settings, and yeah, we'll see if it works. I think the best card here is Responder by a pretty good margin. Slightly annoying that the two other good cards in the pack are Revoke Privileges and Mechanic, but I think you should go with Responder. The the Trafficker, the 3/1, the black 3/1, 2 drop is decent, but like it's not good to the point where I think it's better than a Responder. Now the best card in this pack. It's annoying because we cannot see time. I don't really know why. Maybe because I picked that a bit late. But yeah, the best card is Disintegration. That doesn't go super well with Responder, so I might just take Motorist, which is also a pretty good double colored card. Weaker than Disintegration, but white, which is better for the Responder. Other option is Fabrication Module, but I like this card a fair amount, but it doesn't tend to be great in white deck. You want to play energy creatures, which you will find in, better numbers in, if you are playing blue, green, or red. So I think it's just Motorist here. You could pick Prism to stay a bit more open, but I like Motorist at this amount, so I'm gonna pick that and see what we can do. Things are working pretty well so far. There was one picture, I think it was the Aviary Mechanic picture in the first booster that we could not see, but everything else is working fine right now. So I'm pretty happy. Something that should be different is also that I had a square screen. So when I was uploading, there was a black, like a huge black border in each side of the screen of the video basically. And now there should not be that anymore. Maybe you cannot see just the but there is maybe a little black border here, but other than that, the video, the quality should be better in general. Guess we'll see. We have some decent option in white or red. Two decent creatures here. I think I like them. I like them both. Not a huge fan of timing, but it's fine. Yeah, I like grubs. I think I like grubs approximately the same amount as monitor. The thing is, getting some 3-drop in white red is like super easy, where having enough 2-drop might sometime be a bit harder. So this is why I picked the grubs. And since the best option for us here, I think, is monitor, it's pretty nice. There's also Ether Hub, which is fine, but I think I'd rather pick a decent 3-drop. It's not looking like a deck that will be able to use this effect very well. Authority of the Consuls, despite not having the picture, is not a great card. I don't really love it. Sometimes I've played against it because I never played it, and it was annoying, but it was like a minor nuisance, and my opponent spent a whole card just to do something that was a little bit annoying mostly. So still not convinced, but maybe it's better than I think it is. There's also Self-Assembler, which I actually like a fair amount in white-red, and especially in aggressive deck where you tend to empty your hand quite quickly, and then Assemblers give you a pretty potent late game potentially, so could have been a something maybe. Here we have Spontaneous Artist, which is probably the better option, the safer pick, and Toolcraft Exemplar, which is potentially stronger but needs a little bit of build around and can potentially not be very good. I don't know. It's kinda close. I think Artist is just again safer and pretty good. Exemplar, the fact that this cannot really ever block is kinda annoying. Like, if it would get +2/+1, all the time, it would be fine. The fact that it will never be able to block can put you in pretty bad. I mean, it can block, but it will be chump block since it would be a 1/1 most of the time. I guess you can trade with a 2/1, but in general, this will chump block if you block with it. And the fact that it cannot block very well makes it not so appealing. Where the Inventor's Apprentice, the 1/2 that becomes 2/3 if you have an artifact. Well, first the body is slightly better, not a lot better, but slightly better. But it can block, so even if you are behind, it can still be a 2/3 for 1, which is a fine rate. Okay, build to smash pretty good in white red aggressive deck, which we are definitely, so that's fine. Don't mind eager construct, especially if I get some things that care about artifacts. It's a decent 2-drop. Also, you could say that since everybody scries, that card is pretty equal in terms of the advantage it gives. But something I was thinking about a couple days ago is that if you are playing a very aggressive deck and you really don't need more than 4 or maybe 5 lands, um, and you play against a control deck that might have some 5-drop, decent amount of 5-drop and a couple 6-drop, you can easily put a land on the bottom. It will never really hurt you. Um, where a control deck might have to keep a land on the top more often, which means that in general the scry is slightly better for aggressive deck. It's kind of maybe a weird theory, but I think it's not a bad. I mean, let me know what you think about this, but again, I think it benefits the aggro deck slightly more because you really want to ditch lands where a control deck might not want to put lands on the bottom. But, that's just minor things either way. Again, not a huge fan of impeccable timing. Build to smash is fine, but I've been pretty happy with Wayward Giant. I think it's a very solid creature. Aviary Mechanic is sweet. Good news is that it looks like we'll get enough 2-drop for the draft, which is nice. Now we can focus on bigger things. Do like the Giant fine. I think it's better than Mastodon in aggressive deck. Like Menace is really a nice ability. Yeah, Spark, not a huge fan, but the fact that Mechanic wield is nice. I mean, someone took Revoke Privileges, obviously, but it's not the end of the world. Don't really love Fire Weaver or Gremlins, but I guess Gremlins is slightly better. And if we get maybe, if I somehow get 2 Visionary Augmenter, the 2-1 for 4 that with Fabricate 2, then Gremlins becomes a very solid card. If I have some more artifact, it could also be decent. It's not the worst, it's just that I'm not a huge fan and think that often you can get better 3-drop. Another Gremlins. For now I'll leave them in the side, but obviously it doesn't mean that I will never play them. So we have 9 cards that I'm happy to play. Fairly happy to play in a white red aggressive deck. I guess Construct slightly weaker, especially since we don't really care about Artifact right now. And 2 Gremlins in the side, so that's another thing that could become handy. Okay. Monitor is fine, but I'm not gonna pick that. I think that Inspector is... It might not be better, but it's close. I think the Barge is better than Monitor. There's also Popular Pioneer, which is a card I like a fair amount. Servo Exhibition could be fine, but it's more something I might want to wheel more than anything else. And this is only good if I play the Gremlins. Otherwise, I'd rather have these kind of 2-drops than the Servo Exhibition. This is not really a deck for Prism. Padim is super sweet, but I don't think we are in the market to change colors right now or try to splash. So I think in the end it's between, I think Barge is better than Inspector, so I think in the end it's between Barge and Pioneer. Don't really know which one I like more. Currently we have 2-2-drops with 3 power, which is nice for the Barge. A couple other cards that can crew it. I don't know, I like Pioneer a fair amount though. It's pretty close. I'm gonna go with Barge. Not sure if it's right. I'm actually not a huge fan of the card, but I think it could be quite decent in this deck. Okay, here I think Snare Thopter is just the best card. Very good card. I think it's better than Ace or Grubs or pretty much anything in this pack. It's just the best card, I think. Whatever your colors might be. If you are a super control deck, maybe Tidy Conclusion is better for you, but that's the only thing. That's the only thing I can think of. Snare Thopter is just great. Ooh, another Motorist. Pretty sweet. Again, Module is sweet, but this is not really a deck for Module. Yeah, I guess it's gonna be Motorist. I got some more artifacts which could make the gremlins better, but you don't really want to play gremlins in a deck that's playing Bomat Bazaar Barge. I think if you are playing Bomat Bazaar Barge, you want to have as many 2-drops with 3 power as you can, and we are pretty lucky that we got 2 Motorists and a Grubs, and you want all your 3-drop to have 3 power if possible. The Responder is strong enough on its own that it doesn't matter, but playing some 3-drop that cannot crew the barge is not something I'd love to do. Here I'm gonna pick Artis. I think it's the best option for a red-white aggressive deck. Don't really care about anything else. Gearsmith is the best card, but we will not be splashing for that. Don't mind splashing in decks that are a bit more, mid-range or control, but splashing in an aggro deck is something I try to avoid if I can, as it is quite risky. Deck is shaping up pretty well. Need some more 3-drops, but I have some very solid 2. I don't have any Ringvolt though, which is certainly an issue. Like, I haven't seen any Welding Spark, Revoke Pledges, or anything of that kind, so yeah, that's slightly problematic. Other than that, the creatures are really good. Latnu Helion or Veteran Motorist number 3. I think it's Motorist, like, I don't know, it's close though, because we have a lot of 2-drop, not that many 3. We don't have any way to keep that around for very long, but dealing 8 for 3 mana is already quite good in an aggressive deck. We could have it stay longer with grabs maybe. Yeah, 3 mana, 8 damage, Lavax is kinda cool. And it's very often this, like, the opponents don't really want to block since the thing will eventually die. I don't know, I think it's pretty close. Like, Motorist is so solid. I'm gonna go with Helion, but I'm not like positive it's the best card. Could use Build to last, could probably use another Giant too. Since I don't have any Ringvolt yet, I think that tricks are pretty important, so I'm gonna go with Build to last. It's pretty close though, both cards are fine. Don't think there's anything I care about here. Don't think I will play Start Your Engines. I don't even really go wide. I don't have any Fabricate creature. And this is a league, so there's no reason to counter draft anything. Guess I'm gonna pick Surveillance, though I don't really think I will play that. Infiltrator is fine. Pretty well suited to crew the Bomat Bazaar Barge, so kinda sweet. Again, I don't think we'll end up playing Gremlins. And if we don't play Gremlins, we will not play Exhibition. And we have really enough 2-drops at this point. Still no picture for the mechanic, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Harrier is fine. Ballista Charger. I think I like that a fair amount, actually. We have a decent amount of 2-drops that can crew that, plus some pretty solid 3-drop to crew it. 2 Artists. Yeah, I think it's gonna be better than Harrier. Unless I get some more vehicles. Like, if somehow I get maybe 1 or 2 Renegade Freighter pack 3, then I might want to play more creature and less vehicles. But right now it's making the main deck. And the Harrier too, probably. I'm gonna pick Maneuver for my side. This is not a great deck for Maneuver, though. It's kinda sweet with Motorist, but not insane. Don't love the Oak, but I could play it. But it's a good sideboard option against, Malfunction, either Meltdown, Revoke Pledges, and so on and so forth. Though I don't think there are many other things like that. It's decent against Ringvolt, but against Ringvolt that are not enchantment, you kind of have to leave 3 mana open all the time, and it's a bit clunky, but it's a fine option. We have 15 creature, 2 vehicles, 2 tricks. yeah, I mean, 19 cards, a good curve. That deck really needs like 4 removal and it's completed. Like, yeah, I just want maybe, let's not be too greedy, like 1 Chandra Pyro Helix, 1 Welding Spark, 1 Revoke Privileges, and yeah, maybe 1 Impeccable Timing. Yeah, I don't really like the card, but I'm trying not to be too greedy regarding what I could get next pack. 1 Furious Reprisal will be pretty sweet. Skywheeler Shot be awesome, obviously. But what do we have here? A Welding Spark. I think that's what we want. I like Pioneer. Panharmonicon is a very sweet card that I love to build around one day, but this is pack 3, and this is not gonna be a deck for Panharmonicon. It's sweet to Scry 4, but it's not even that strong, and I mean, we have what we want. Cub being probably the card you should first pick. I mean, this pack is quite good. Like, if it was pick 1, pack 1, you can just pick Cub and just pick the strongest card and just probably the right pick if there's such thing. You can pick Spark as it is a very good removal, very splashable, and it's a good card that lets you stay a bit more open than the Cub, which really make you want to play a decent amount of green. You could pick Panharmonicon if you want to do something sweet too. Pack is quite strong in general. I'd be happy to wheel Pioneer. I don't think it's happening. I don't really care about anything else that match though. Okay, well, looks like my wishes are working right now. I mean, we got 2 of the 4 removal I mentioned, so in the first 2 picks, that's pretty sweet. Could probably use Grubs as it would be a better card than Construct in this deck. If it wheels, I'd be happy. It's not very likely to wheel, but who knows. And Fairground Warden. Okay, that's another removal. Not really. Yeah, it's still a removal, a risky removal nonetheless. That we got. I'd rather have gotten something like Skywheeler Shot, but no, that's a good card too. I think it's better than Pioneer. I do like Pioneer a lot, but this is very good. Yeah, I still really don't know why I can see picture of some cards. Like I had the same issue with my old computer. Now with this one, I still don't know if it's because of MTGO, or because of my computer, because of internet. I have no idea. It's kind of weird. I feel like this issue. I've been having this issue for years now. There are always been some cards where the picture was messed up or did not show up somehow. Can probably use another monitor. I do like the card a fair amount. Alright. Well, a Chandra Pyro Helix would be great. But the deck is pretty close to be complete. And I think I have enough 5 and 4 drops where I want to play 17 lands, even though I like to play 16 when I can in this set. We'll see, we'll see. Okay, we got a Pioneer anyway. Well, I guess there's Key to the City too, which is a great card actually, yeah, I'm gonna pick that. I love that card. I think it's great in a aggressive deck. Even if you're not aggressive, it's fine as it loots. And when I have Key to the City in my deck, I feel less stressed about playing 17 lands in an aggressive deck, because this is a way you can just loot away lands potentially and not flood out. Again, I love Pioneer and I would have been happy to get a couple, but I think each time there was a better pick. Don't think I'll end up playing anything here. The Mastodon is fine, but I like my other 5 drop more than this. We don't really want Fire Weaver. If it was, a regular draft, I would probably counter draft Bruiser or Seed Sculptor, which are 2 solid 3 drop. I mean 2 drop. I'm gonna pick Summonings. It's a sweet card. Ooh, we got a Timing. Probably gonna play that, as again I don't have many removals. might just be better than the Eager Construct, which I don't love. That being said, I feel like 5 2-drop creature is a good amount, and I don't really want to go under that. Interesting. I like Wayward Giant more than Sky Swirl Harrier. Menace is almost as good as Flying most of the time, and this being a 4/5 is quite relevant. I do like both this amount, but I think this is better. Ooh, we got a Pioneer too. And the Grubs. Okay, well, the Grubs is gonna be, I'm gonna play that over Eager Construct. And I wanna keep all my 2-drops for sure. Now, this is too many cards. I can probably cut one Wildfast Monitor. It's a decent card, but I don't have any synergy with artifacts, and yeah, I don't really think I want that. Impeccable Timing is actually not great in an aggressive deck. I think I'm gonna put it in the deck when I'm on the draw against another aggressive deck, but I don't really want to main deck that, and I think that's gonna be my main. Let's look at the curve. Why is it so small? Okay. Alright, that's better. Okay, Welding Spark is here. Revoke Pledges. Key to the City. Smash. And yeah, I guess these are not creatures. Yeah, that's a very good curve. Deck looks sweet to me. It could use like one more Removal, but again, I don't think Impeccable Timing is great in this type of deck. And I'm pretty happy with my 16 creatures, 2 vehicles, 2 tricks, Key to the City. And yeah, the deck also looks quite stable, like 2 motorists, a good curve. Yeah, I like it, definitely like it. Let's sort by color. So I have more red, but I have a double white and no double red. I don't really need more. Yeah, I don't really need more than one red onto the battlefield. I guess it's gonna be 9/8, but I think it's gonna be 9/8 in favor of white, just because playing that responder on turn 3 is gonna be quite good when I can do it. And again, despite being aggressive, I have a couple 5-drops, and I have Key to the City, so I think I can afford to play 17 lands, though, yeah, I might end up being a bit flooded from time to time. You could play Fast Monitor over Plains, or Impeccable Timing over Plains. That's a little bit greedy, but not like crazy greedy. Also, I have the two motorists can help me scry lands away. Yeah, I think between the 2 motorists and the Key to the City, I should not really have many issues of flooding out. I mean, I might, but I have a little bit of control over drawing too many lands or not, so maybe I should not be greedy and just play the good old 17. Yeah, I think I'll go with that. So that's the deck, White Red Aggro Beatdown. Hope you enjoyed the draft. Again, since I changed my computer, my setting and my screen and everything, let me know if there's something different, if it's better, worse, if there's something I forgot that I could change, if there's something that's missing that I forgot to, I don't know, to do and that makes the video different, just let me know. But yeah, either way, thank you for watching and see you for the next round.